ओके, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड आफ्टरनून और गुड इवनिंग, जब भी आप मुझे देख रहे हो। सो वेलकम बैक इन विश्वनाथ क्लासेस। Recently we had study about the dimensions. Okay, what is the dimensions and how to define the dimensions of any physical quantity. Last two video I have explained it, and I also derived some formula of physical quantity to show how to determine the dimensions. Okay, right now to go ahead, today we will be discuss about the application of the dimensions. Okay, so our heading is application of dimension. Applications of dimension. Okay, application. What about the application of the dimensions? If anything, if you are studying our syllabus, everybody should be note that it is some applications, and according to this we are studying right now. Dimension is the same applications. Dimension has the many applications in our physics. Okay, first application of the dimension, that to determine the formula. Okay, suppose that you mistake your formula or you forget your formula, but you know that if the formula is dependent on any quantity, it is proportional on any physical quantity, that you can derive the formula. Okay, wait a minute, I will explain everything right now in clear manner. Okay, so application of the dimensions. So application of the dimensions, first application of the dimension, that using the dimensions we can check the any formula is correct or not. If any formula is correct or not using the dimension analysis. So if we talk about the application of the dimensions, so first application, to check any formula correct or not. This is the first application of the dimensions. Okay, and second applications, to derive the relation between the physical quantity of any formula. Okay, first application, using the dimension we can check that this formula is correct or not. How to check this formula I will discuss right now. Wait a minute. Second things will be check first thing, to check the any formula is correct or not. Second thing, to derive a relationship between different physical quantity. To check, second things, to check the relations between any physical quantity which have used in formula is correct or not. This is the second application. Second application stated the dimensions, to check the relationship between any physical quantity. Okay, so dimension also gives you the clear state about the relationship between the any physical quantity. Okay, how to derive the relations between the all the variables including any formula. So this is the second application. Third application, we can state it that third application of the dimensions, that to convert one to convert a physical quantity to quantity from one system of units to another. Okay, this is the application of your dimensions. To express any physical quantity in the terms of the system of another units. Okay, because if you derive the relationship between the physical quantity or to derive the dimensions of any physical quantity, we will be expressed in the terms of the standard units, and the standard units are 7 fundamental standard units will be the constant, they are the same, and so we have to define the relations between them, or we can say that we can express any physical quantity in the terms of the fundamental physical units. This is the last expression we will be explaining right now. Okay, so we have to brief analysis all these 3 things what we have written here. First thing, the application of the dimensions. I will state to you that to check the any formula correct or not. Okay, using the dimension analysis we can check that any formula is correct or not. Suppose that if you stated that f equals to m into a, so we can check this using the dimension analysis that this formula is correct or not. Okay, how to check? To check the principle of homogeneity, use the principle of homogeneity. This will come in the lecture right now after 1 or 2 minutes. Second is to check the relationship between any physical quantity which I have used in the formula is correct or not. Second thing is that if we are using any physical quantity mass and accelerations, that the relation in this formula is correct or not. If you have written that f is equal to m into a, that this relation will be correct or not, you can check using the dimension analysis. And third is the applications that convert any physical quantity from one system of unit to the another. It means if you write the dimension of the force, write the dimension of the mass, write the dimension of accelerations, all this thing you can write in a single units or single system of units in SI units. So this is the application of the dimensions. Okay, we can derive our formula or we can check the formula, we can define the relations between the formula. Okay, so this is the application of the dimensions analysis. Using the dimension analysis we can think about these things. Okay, now I am explaining in brief and detail that you can understand right now. So first things we will go to the consider about the principle of homogeneity. Okay, I will state it to you, principle of homogeneity. Principle of homogeneity. Okay, what is the principle of homogeneity? This was the principle of homogeneity. This was the very important principle of dimensions. This principle stated that if any dimensions, any formula is correct according to the dimension analysis, this formula stated that, this principle stated that if any equation is correct, if any equation is dimensionally correct, then the dimension of the all the terms related to the equations of both side, left hand side as well as right hand side will be the equal. Okay, so write the principle of the homogeneity. This principle stated that if any equations, physical equations dimensionally correct, then dimension of the all the terms, then dimension of all the terms of left hand side as well as right hand side will be equal or must be equal. So read the principle of homogeneity and understand what is this principle is stated right now. This principle is stated that if any physical equations or any formula is correct, if any formula is dimensionally correct, then dimension of the all the terms of the formula of left hand side as well as right hand side will be equal. Okay, so I repeat this formula. If any formula is dimensionally correct, then dimension of the all the terms related to the formula will be the same dimensions. Okay, so this principle is the base on the principle of homogeneity. This principle is stated that if you are adding anything in any formula, that the same kind of physical quantity can be added or can be subtracted right now. Okay, so what is the meaning of this formula? I will explain you right now that if you are adding length, then length will be added to the length. Mass cannot be added to the length. So if any formula is dimensionally correct, then the relationship between all this have the contains the left hand side of dimension will be equal to the right hand side of the dimensions. Okay, later one minute I take this example, then it will be clear right now. So you have only concentrate on the principle of the homogeneity, that the principle is stated that if you are adding anything or if you are subtracting anything from any formula, that the same kind of the physical quantity can be added or can be subtracted. Okay, suppose that if you are adding length, then length will be added to the length. If you are subtract the mass, then mass will be subtracted from the mass. Suppose that in any formula, if you are adding, that the length will be added to the length, mass will be added to the mass, or we can say that the dimension of the all the terms, suppose that s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, so these have all the terms have the same dimension, that is why they can add it or they can subtract it. Okay, we can prove this using the principle of dimensions or principle of homogeneity, that these have the same dimension, left hand side as well as the right hand side. So this principle is stated you that concept you will build in your mind, that the things will be saying that right now that the same thing will be added or subtracted. If you talk about the mass, then 10 kg of mass. Okay, 10 kg mass, 10 kg. Okay, so if you adding that only 10 kg or 20 kg or 30 kg, only mass will be added in this term, no other term will be added in this the formula. Why? Because this will happen because in the starting lecture I have already stated to you that all these terms, if we are using the dimensions of the 7 fundamental physical quantity and 7 fundamental physical units, m, l, t, temperature, okay, current, amount of substance, luminous intensity, all these terms are fundamental quantity, so they cannot express in any other terms. You cannot express mass in the terms of length, length in terms of time, time in the terms of temperature, and temperature in terms of the ampere. So this thing will be free in the natures. They can be measured direct or indirect way, but these are free in the natures. So in the dimensions we are using the 7 fundamental quantity, and this quantity was the free in natures, so we cannot relate it to each other. That is why dimension of principle of homogeneity is stated to you that if you are adding length, then length will be added. If you are adding any formula of the mass, then mass and mass will be added to the formula, length and length will be added to the formula, time and time will be added to the formula. This is called the principle of homogeneity. Okay, Clear? So let us start some example. Then we can clear more brief. Okay. So take some example. Then you can clear about. You can easy clear. What is the concept of homogeneity or principle of homogeneity? Okay. So first thing to check the formula, correct or incorrect. Using the principle of homogeneity or principle of dimensions, first thing we apply the principle of homogeneity and to check that formula is correct or not. Okay. So first thing, F is equal to m into a. Okay. Everybody knows this relation. Force will be the mass into the accelerations. So check this formula using the application of dimensions or principle of homogeneity, that this formula is correct or not. Okay. So principle of homogeneity or dimension stated you that any formula is the correct or any physical equation will be the correct, then dimension of all the terms related to the formula will have the same dimension of left hand side as well as the right hand side. So what the principle stated to you? Principle stated to you that if the dimension of the force will be equal to the dimension of mass into accelerations, okay, m into a, then we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay. Principle of homogeneity stated to you that if any formula or any equation will be correct, then the dimension of the both left hand side as well as the right hand side will have the same dimensions. Okay. So what we supposed to do? We try to write the dimension of the force, try to write the dimension of the mass, acceleration, and check them this formula will be correct or not. Okay. Okay. Cool. So try to do this. Force. Dimension of the force will be the ml t to the power minus 2. Okay. Clear? Force, everybody should be know about the dimension of the force. All of you can learn about the dimension of the force. And mass. Mass will be the represented as the m in SI units. And acceleration. What about the acceleration? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called the accelerations. So dimension of the acceleration will be lt to the power minus 2. Yes or no? Cool. Everybody knows the dimension of the acceleration will be lt to the minus 2. Rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called the acceleration. If you forget to, then you can derive the relations of dimensions of accelerations. Write the formula, rate of change of velocity divided by the time. This is the formula of acceleration. So we can write that rate of change of velocity will be L t to the power minus 1 divided by the time t. This t will go to the upper side and sign of the t will be the change, because in the denominator it have the positive sign. When it go to the numerator it will be the negative sign, L t to the power minus 2. Okay. So put this value in the formula. We will get to check the formula is correct or not. In left hand side LHS we have ml t to the power minus 2. And what about the RHS? If you see the in RHS, then m l t to the power minus 2. Okay. So we have seen that we are seeing right now that LHS, dimension of the LHS will be equal to the dimension of the RHS. Okay. mlt to the power minus 2 and mlt to the power minus 2 will be have the same dimensions. Okay. Now we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. Dimensionally correct. Okay. This is called the principle of dimension or principle of homogeneity. Using the principle of homogeneity, we can check the relationship that the formula will be the correct or not. Okay. Good. So use some another formula and to check this that they are dimensionally correct or not. Okay. Okay. This is the very simple formula. Starting with a very simple formula and go to the another formula, complex formula. So first we write also equation of the motions. Very important. V equals to u plus at. Okay, this is the first equation of the motions, where v is the velocity, final velocity. So we can write here v is the final velocity. Final velocity. u is the initial velocity, okay, and t is the time. So what we can do, we can write the dimension of all these terms of left hand side as well as the right hand side and equate them. We will be get the answers that it is correct or not. We can find them. So write the dimensions of velocity Lt to the power -1. Clear? Okay. So write the dimension of the initial velocity Lt to the power -1 and plus. So write the dimension of acceleration and t, where a is the acceleration. Okay, acceleration. So what about it? A is the accelerations. It means we can write the dimension of the acceleration multiplied by the t. We will get the final dimension of at. Okay. So first we write the dimension of accelerations. We have already defined the dimension of acceleration in the previous formula, Lt to the power -2 multiplied by t. This will be the t. So what we get? We get Lt to the power -1 plus Lt to the power -2 multiplied by t to the power 1, and it will be gives Lt to the power -1 plus Lt to the power -1. Okay. So in left hand side we can write Lt to the power -1. So what we have seen right now, we can see that dimension of the LHS equals to dimension of the RHS, and all the terms related to the formula will have the same dimensions. Either you have the dimension of the V will be equal to the dimension of the U, dimension of V equal to dimension of U equal to dimension of AT. This is the formula of the principle of homogeneity, that every term included in the formula will have the same dimensions. Okay, so we have seen that V has the same dimensions, okay, U has the same dimensions, and AT has the same dimension. Both terms included in the formula have the same dimensions. So my dear students, we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct, because principle of homogeneity stated you that dimension of all the terms related to the formula, otherwise the left hand side as well as the right hand side will have the same dimensions. Very good. Okay, so come to the next formula. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, this is the second equation of motions. Everybody familiar about this equations? Okay, so what we are doing right now, we can write the dimension of the left hand side and equate the dimension of the right hand side. Okay, so principal of dimension is stated to you. I am writing that dimension of S will be the equal to the dimension of ut will be equal to the dimension of 1/2 at square. Okay, this is the principle of homogeneity, that each term have the same dimension, contains the same dimensions, either by the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Then we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay, so write the dimension of LHS and write the dimension of RHS, then we can compare them easily. What about this? We can write all the variables. S is the distance, okay, distance, and U is velocity, A is accelerations, okay, everybody should not be, T is the time. Okay, so every term all are you familiar right now. So write the dimension of LHS. In LHS we have seen the term of S. So S is the distance, and distance is measured in SI unit as the L. So dimension of the L, it will be, we have left hand side and LHS. LHS will be get dimension of S is the L. So dimension of the S will be equal to the dimension of the UT will be equal to the dimension of half AT square. Then we can show that this formula is the correct. So we have write the dimension of L side, left hand side will be the L compared to the right hand side. This is the velocity Lt to the power -1 multiplied by t, time t. Okay, plus, okay, my dear student, this is the constant. And which constant? Mathematical constant. So 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by 10, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 100 pi, 20 pi. So if there is any constant will become in the formula, then we can state it that this is the dimensionless. So 1 by 2 have the dimensional less. Okay, this is the you can say that the demerits of the principle of homogeneity or principle of dimensions. Okay, that constant term have they have to know any dimensions. This is the applications of, this is the demerits of the dimension analysis, that if any constant will come in the any formula, they cannot give any idea about the constant term, and we maintain that dimension has the constant has the dimensionless quantity. Okay, so 1 by 2 is the constant, so it is the dimensionless. All of you know about that any constant will come in the any formula, either was 1 by 2, it will be 10 by 2, 9 by 2, 1 by 2, 3 by 2, anything will be with the formula, that will be the dimensionless. Okay, so left it 1 by 2. What we have to do? AT square. So write the dimension of the accelerations, L t to the power minus 2 multiplied by t square, so t to the power 2. Okay, so in L left hand side we have the L, in right hand side multiply L into t to the power minus 1 and t to the power plus 1. So what we will be get? T to the power minus 1, t to the power plus 1 will be the cancel. Okay, plus L t to the power minus 2 and multiplied by t to the power plus 2. So what we are seeing right now, this is the positive and this is the negative, so they can cancel to each other. So what we are left in the formula, in the left hand side we have seen this is the L, in the right hand side this is the L plus L. So compare this the formula of principle of homogeneity, dimension of the S will be equal to the dimension of the UT will be equal to the dimension of the AT square. So we can state that this formula is dimensionally correct. Dimensionally correct. Okay, S is equal to UT plus half AT square will be the dimensionally correct. Okay, because we check them all the terms, all the related terms in the formula, and we have seen that all have the same dimensions. Okay, now come to the equation number 3. Okay, so come to the equation number 3. V square equals to U square plus 2AS. So now quick response, and we have to try to QCAL right now. So V is the velocity, so write the dimension directly, LT to the power minus 1 square plus U is the also velocity, L to the power minus 1 square plus 2 into that the dimension of the accelerations, LT to the power minus 2 and multiplied by L. Okay, 2 is the constant, so left the constant terms. Okay, and equate them if all the terms are the same dimension, then we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay, what I write the dimension of the V velocity, LT to the power minus 1. This is the square, so square of them all of the terms. Here is velocity L to the power minus 1, square all these terms, plus 2 into multiplied by acceleration LT to the power minus 2 and multiplied by the displacement or distance s. Okay, cool. Okay, so this will be the L square t to the power minus 2. Okay, so this will be the L square t to the power minus 2. And what about this? This is the constant, so it will be the 0, dimension will be the 1, and this will be the L square and t to the power minus 2. Okay, so we can say that dimension of the V equals to dimension of the U equals to dimension of the 2AS. So all the terms of the related formula will have the same dimensions. My dear students, all the terms of the formula will have the same dimension, so we can state it that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay, good. Okay, so come to the next formula. Okay, come to the next formula. we have the very famous Einstein equations. So check them. E equals to mc square. Check this formula. It will be dimensionally correct term. So write the terms. E is the energy. Is energy. M is the mass. And C is the speed of light. Speed of light. Okay. So write the dimension of all the terms and equate them. It will be the correct. Then you can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. This is the famous Einstein equations. So it can change the whole world, all the physics. Okay. Very famous equations. We have studied this equation from 9 to 11th or 12th. Okay. So write the dimension of the energy. If you forget the dimension of the energy, then I have told you that do not learn anything. Understand the process of dimensions. My dear students, energy will be equal to the work, amount of work. So we can say that W equal to mc square. Any problem? Okay. So if you forget the work, no problem. Write the dimension of the formula of the work. Work will be the force multiplied by displacement. Okay. This must be equal to mc square. Any doubt? If E, you do not learn about the formula of the E, that can write the formula. Otherwise, if you had know the formula, directly you can say ml square t to the power minus 2. Otherwise, you have to forget the formula. Then you can follow this process and get the dimensions. Okay. So we can answer that E equals to work. Why? Because energy is the amount of work. Amount of work is called energy. Okay. So write the work as the place of the energy. So we can say force multiplied by displacement equals to mc square. So force will be the ml t to the power minus 2 and displacement will be the L. Okay. So in the right hand side we can say that this is the mass M and C. What about the C? C is the speed of light. So okay. Speed of light. Okay. So speed. We can derive the dimension of the speed. My dear student, speed. Speed will be derived as distance upon time. Okay. Yes or no? So distance will be measured at L and time will be the T. It will be LT to the power minus 1. So write the dimensions L T to the power minus 1 and to the whole square. Okay. Now put the value M L cross L square T to the power minus 2 and in right hand side M square of them, both term length as well as the time, we will get the final answer. So L cross L square and T to the power minus 1 will be the T to the power minus 2. Okay. So what we are seeing right now, that the dimension of LHS will be equal to the dimension of RHS. So principle of homogeneity will be proved over there. So we can say that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay. Good. Okay. So check another formula. Will be get the clear idea about of that. Come to the points with another formula. Okay. Okay. Everything is possible. So T equals to 2 pi under root L by G. So can we check this formula? This is the time period of oscillation of any pendulum. We can see this formula. The oscillation of time period of any pendulums. So we will get this formula where L is the length and Z is the gravitational constant or gravitational accelerations. Okay. So write the dimension of all the terms and equate, then you will get the final answer. If we have the same dimension, then we can state that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay. So equate them. In LHS, left hand side, we have seen that T, so time period will be the T. Okay. So compare this. If the right hand side will be the same T, that will be the equal to the according to dimension analysis. Listen dear, 2 pi is the constant. So left him, it has no dimensions. Dimension will be the 1. So if we compare the L by G right hand side, so L by G we can write that L by G to the power 1 by 2. Okay, this is the root quantity, so it will be out in the root, and 1 by 2 will be go to the power as the L by G. Okay, so write the dimension of the L as well as the G. Okay, so L is the length, so we can write L divided by G. G is the acceleration, gravitational accelerations. Okay, so acceleration, any type of acceleration will have the same dimensions. Okay, so L t to the power minus 2 whole to the power 1 by 2. Clear? This is the length, so length will be represented as the L. This is the acceleration, so acceleration will be represented as Lt to the power minus 2. Dimension of the acceleration is Lt to the power minus 2, and dimension of the length will be the L. So what we get in the right hand side, L to the power 1 by 2 divided by L to the power 1 by 2 and T to the power minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, clear? Okay, wait a minute, I will write in the upper side, that will be clear about of you. Okay, and left hand side we have the T, right hand side we figure the T, that it will be clear. L to the power 1 by 2. Okay, and divided by L to the power 1 by 2 and T to the power minus 2, and it will be multiplied by 1 by 2. What I did the write all the powers in the every individual term and then calculate them. Okay, so whole to the power 1 by 2 here, so L to the power 1 by 2 divided by numerator L to the power 1 by 2 and T to the power minus 2 cross 1 by 2. Okay, so L to the power 1 by 2, L to the power 1 by 2 will be cancelled right now. This T2 will be cancelled, so 1 by T to the power minus 1, and this T go to the numerator side, sign of the T will be the same, it will be the T. So left hand side T and right hand side will be the T. So both have the same dimension. So we can state that this formula is dimensionally correct. Okay, so this is the way that we can check any formula it is correct or not. Second, the applications we have already to derive the relationship between the formula. So all we can derive the constant terms, dimension of the constant term. Okay, in the formula. So for today it will be the same for you. Okay, you can check the any formula, write the dimension of the all the term, equate the left hand side as well the right hand side. If the dimension of the all the term will be the equal, then we can state that the formula is dimensionally correct. Okay, so this is the first principle of the dimensions or principle of homogeneity. Second principle will to check the find the relationship between the any formula, or to derive the relationship between the any variable in the formula, or to derive the dimension of the any variable will kept in the formula. So wait for the another video, I will make another video for you. For today it will be okay right now. So understand about this video, solve some numerical, solve some formula in your books, compare the formula, and to check this formula is dimensionally correct or not, and write the comment to me in my WhatsApp number as well as in video link of the video. Okay, so good day, take care, and bye bye. Jai Hind.